polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard to live. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape inside it, leave the beat flame. It was Rod, Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and laced. Inhale fumes from a stove up. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up. What defines my name? What defines my name?
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
Hey, yo, Prim, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the beats.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already. Hard to believe, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Y'all gotta follow my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We money more Power Rangers. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous. Don't get drugs and matrix. Got that touch of my savior. Give me that touch of my favorite. Livers can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't hear him no more.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Penix to the air right away. Throw left side complete. That's Rivera. A good start. One play, 10 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to beat multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll throw with Penix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Looking to put a drive together. Mayfield. Right side complete. That's one. takes it up to the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down, Saints.
To throw, Mayfield. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down it goes. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. This is Ellington. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And, see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Complete. This is Mitchell. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
6 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Saints, nothing. Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Drake London, the intended receiver there. And now it's 3rd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this...
That went out wide and intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And looking to throw, Penix. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jordan Burch. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third. To the air, Penix. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And when the time has expired on the first quarter. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. Kicking into a headwind here in the second quarter. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And the Saints, first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Mayfield down. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On the ground, Ellington. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for first and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Ellington. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great effort there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
Saints 7.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Penix.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second in a couple.
The Falcons at 5-3 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw Penix.
And hauled in here by Rivera. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, short gain here, down to the 22. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Penix working out of the gun here. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he is going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
2nd and 9.
Here we go. Sack.
Here's Penix. And he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's good for a Saints. First down.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they can just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And his man, it's Williams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Mayfield. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's kind of how it's gone for them so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Go, Reed, go!
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the 35, here's second and a yard.
Again, they run with Ellington. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Ellington. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Saints are back within a score.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
It's the score. 24. Saints 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Operating from the gun, Penix. That's complete. Lambert Smith.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They're going to look to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
180! What's up?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 121 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Mayfield looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Mayfield on play action. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He stiff arms him. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll show the defense.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Saints have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. A play fake. Now Penix. This ball down the field for Pitts. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And we'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and 4. They'll throw with Penix. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 17-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on first and 10.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
Touchdown!
Bijan Robinson.
His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and
3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
To throw, Mayfield.
That's brought in downfield by London.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, New Orleans.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Mayfield down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
straight from Anaheim. Rolling out to build a mob and putting this wrong. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a dog. I go to Miami just for dinner.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Gregory Rousseau in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Here's second down. Here's Baker. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
A gain of 6 yards. It's fourth down.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down.
Oh, he had to force it there on fourth down, and it's intercepted.
There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Coup for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Falcons 38, Saints 24. Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mayfield.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught at the 10. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
The Saints will line up for the two-point conversion.
What's that?
Mayfield to throw.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
At the Saints' 43-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Here's 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the first. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Dragon 60. Cup 19. Cup Panther 11. Panther 11. 7 Pirates. 7.
On the bootleg, it's Penix. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
20. Alert, 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 alert. What's up?
Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
One last shot for Mayfield here. That one deep for London. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Atlanta, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves